weeping Sakasham near. Translation. The sage Maitreya continued, My dear Vidura, as a snake, when struck by a stick, breathes very heavily, Dhruva Maharaj, having been struck by the strong words of his stepmother, began to breathe very heavily because of great anger. When he saw that his mother was silent and did not protest, he immediately left the place and went to his mother. Verse number 15. तन्निःश्वसन्तं स्फुरिताधरा धरोष्ठं सुन्नितिरुसङ्गम् उद्ह्य बालं निशम्य तत्पौर्मुखान्तितान्तं सा विवद्यते सा बिभ्यते यद्गदितं सपत्न्या तं him निःश्वसन्तं heavily breathing Sphurita, trembling, Adhara Oshtham, upper and lower lips, Sunniti, Queen Suniti, Utsange, on her lap, Uduhya, lifting, Balam, her son, Nishamya, after hearing, Tat Paurmukhat, from the mouth of other inhabitants, Nitantam, all descriptions, she, Vibhyathe, became aggrieved, yet that which Gaditam spoken, Sapatnya, by her co-wife. Translation. When Dhruva Maharaj reached his mother, his lips were trembling in anger, and he was crying very grievously. Queen Suniti immediately lifted her son onto her lap, while the palace residents, who had heard all the harsh words of Suruchi, related everything in detail. Thus, Suniti also became greatly aggrieved. Sotsrajya dhairyam vilalapa shoka davagnina dav lateva bala vakyam sapatnya स्मरति सरोज श्रियादृशावास पकलामुआह सोत्सृज्य see utsrijya giving up dhairyam patience vilalap lamented shok davagni by the fire of grief dava lataiva like a burnt leaf, Bala, the woman, Vakyam, words, Sapatnya, spoken by her wife, Smrata, Smrati, remember, Saroja Shrija, a face as beautiful as a lotus, Drisha, by looking, Vaspa Kalam, weeping, Uvaha, said. Translation. This incident was unbearable to Suniti's patience. She began to burn as if in a forest fire, and in her grief, she became just like a burnt leaf and so lamented. As she remembered the words of her co-wife, her bright lotus-like face filled with tears, and thus she spoke. Purport. When a man is aggrieved, he feels exactly like a burnt leaf in a forest fire. Suniti's position was like that. Although her face was as beautiful as lotus flower, it dried up because of the burning fire caused by the harsh words of her co-wife. We'll do the Mangalachanam. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकय चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी नित्यनामिने Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छकल्पतरुश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. First of all, my humble obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas. Seek your blessing so that I can say something which adds value to this hour. Also seek blessing of His Grace Madhupati Prabhu for engaging me, being kind and engaging me in this seva so that I can do some Shastra study. We are reading this wonderful family lineage of Swayambhu Manu. This is a pastime being narrated by Maitreya Muni to uh, Mahatma Vidur. Maitreya Muni is a direct disciple of Bhagavan Krishna who heard about these pastimes and who heard about you know, when he was when Bhagavan Krishna was narrating or giving gyan to uh, Uddhav, and he was ordered to or instructed to uh, pass on this to Mahatma Vidur. And in so far, what we have discussed is the lineage of the three daughters of Swambhu Manu and Mata Satrupa. We have talked about Mata Devahuti and her uh, marriage with Kardam Muni, who have got 9 daughters and a son, Lord Kapil Dev. Then Mata Akuti and her marriage with Prajapati Ruchi and their sons Yagna and Dakshina, twins. And after that, we just finished the wonderful discussion of Mata Prasuti and her marriage to Prajapati Daksh, and then the pastime of their daughter Dakshayani is also known as Mata Sati, and her marriage with Lord Shiva, and how she gave up her body. This was something which was actually asked by um, Mahatma Vidur in 4th canto, 2nd chapter, verse 1st and 1, 2, 3. And then Maitreya Muni described about the pastime of Lord Shiva and Prajapati Daksh. Now we are talking about the sons of Maitreya Muni has started describing the sons and their lineage of Swayambhu Manu. And in that, uh, even though Uttanpad is the second son or the younger son, and Maharaja uh, Priyabrat is the elder son, but first the story begins with uh, Uttanpad and uh, his lineage. And this is being narrated by Maitreya Muni. Uh, and Priyabrat's story will be narrated by Shukdev Goswami himself. So, you have to understand that this is all um, narrations inside narrations inside narrations. Bhagavatam started by Suta Goswami in Naimisharanya. From there, he is actually, uh, this is something which um, Krishna Dwayampan Vyas is writing this Bhagavatam on the instruction of his Gurudev Narad Muni. Uh, and he is Trikala Darshi, so he can see the past, present, and the future. Uh, and he narrated the story, or he narrated Bhagavatam to Sukdev Goswami. Then that's first edition. Then Sukdev Goswami is narrating that Bhagavatam to um, Maharaj Parikshit on the bank of Ganga. Um, and in that assembly, along with various other uh, elevated souls, is Shuta Goswami, and he is being inquired by the sages of Naimisharanya. So that's third edition. And in that narration is this narration. In that narration, he is quoting that how this story um, or pastime is being described by Maitreya Muni to uh, Maharaj Mahatma Vidur. So we can see that how this pastime is uh, being quoted from, or various editions are being taken. So we say that, okay, when the first edition of a book comes, there may be some mistakes, or some, not necessarily mistakes, but some polishing has to be done, some refinements have to be done. So here we are getting a very refined version of Srimad Bhagavatam. And in there we are now discussing this pastime of Dhruva Maharaj, who at the tender age of 5 years uh, realizes God. And we see that how these stories are, they have a lot of conflicts. Guru Maharaj will always say that what makes a drama more interesting? The more the conflict, the more the drama. If Lord Ramchandra ji would have been coronated in presence of Maharaj Dashrath, and then everything would have been, um, happy around it, and would have ruled ever after. The Ramayana would not have been as popular as when the drama and the conflict got introduced. That now Ramchandra ji cannot be coronated. Mata Kaikai came up with her, uh, conditions that he has to be exiled to 14 years of uh, forest. Uh, uh, for 14 years, he has to be exiled to the forest, and there, uh, he goes through all the different hardships, and ultimately goes and then slays the biggest demon at that time, Karna, sorry, Ravana, along with him, his entire Rakshas family, Kumbhakaran and Indrajit and so on and so forth. So that made Ramayana, complete. We see similarly Mahabharata, there is this quarrel happening between brothers for the kingdom and who is the rightful heir to the throne. And similarly here, this is much milder, but if we see from the eyes of a 5-year-old boy who is not being allowed by his stepmother to sit on the lap of his father, that's cruel. That's very cruel. It is so much so that um, Maitreya Muni is saying that he was as if a snake is beaten, huffing and puffing. Dhruv Maharaj is huffing and puffing like a snake is beaten by a stick. And uh, I came across this wonderful verse which talks about that. Actually, if we see, she's not beating him, she's just saying the harsh words. But what is the intensity of those harsh words? How much pain can they cause? This verse from 11th canto 23rd chapter, about the when story of this Avanti Brahmana is being described, is um, it very aptly tells it. Na tatha tapyate vidya pumana vanestu marmagai yatha tudanti marmastha yasatam purusheshava na tatha tapyate vidya. With the pain, tapyate is the pain, the pain which is caused by vidhate, piercing, um, vanai, by an arrow. The pain which is caused by the piercing of a arrow is lesser than the pain which is caused by the harsh words, tudanti, the prick which you. So the sharp arrow which pierces one's chest and reaches the heart do not cause as much pain, as much suffering as the arrows of harsh, insulting words that become lodged within the heart when spoken by uncivilized men. And this is about talking about, you know, uncivilized men, but here these words are actually being spoken by the mother, stepmother of the son, and that too of to a 5-year-old boy. In the previous verse, what actually is that harsh word saying that if you at all desire, this is Mata Suruchi saying to Dhruva Maharaj that if you at all desire to rise to the throne of the king, then you have to undergo severe austerities. First of all, you must satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan. And then, when you are favored by Him, because of such worship, you shall have to take your next birth from my womb. His Holiness Radha Govind Maharaj, I was listening to him yesterday in preparation of this class. And he was saying that it's Mata Suruchi is saying that it's not that okay, you go and then pray to Lord, and then Lord will be able to give you the throne and then can give you this kingdom. Like, okay, Dhruv, I am happy with your austerities, and here no. If he becomes happy, then what he will do? He will give you a next birth from my womb.
I don't understand. The mic and camera are off.
Sorry about it. So, so it is that even if Lord is happy with the austerities and then the penances and then the worship which you do, it's so she's so much proud in her position, and she has controlled Uttanpad so much that he's just a silent listener of all this talk. And Srila Viswanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying that she is practically saying that you cannot and you can never have this throne again, or you can never have this throne, but just to please his husband, showing that she has some kind of she's spiritual and pious. She's bringing this context of supreme personality of Godhead, that you can go and then pray to supreme personality of Godhead and you will be able to take the birth from my womb. Another important thing here is this word of Purusha, which later on will be. So after this, of course, Dhruva Maharaj goes to his mother, and then other dwellers of the palace, they describe the whole uh, pastime to Mata Suniti, and she is also very aggrieved and pained by this. But she says that what your mother, she understands, she is a real devotee, so she understood that this is the will of the province. And then she says that your mother, your stepmother is saying the right thing, and you have to go and then uh, pray to the supreme personality of Godhead. And that word Purusha, which is being used by Mata Suruchi, is actually later on will be used by Narad Muni when he will describe to now he's given, Dhruva Maharaj has been given instruction that go and then pray to the Purusha, uh, pray to Supreme Personality of Godhead. But how will you recognize when you see him? What are the um, what are the um, features of this Purusha? So that's what here um, Narad Muni is giving the mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and he's also describing that Purusha Sri Vatsankam Ghanashyamam Purusham Vanamalinam Shankha Chakra Gada Padmair Avivyakta Chaturbhujam. He will appear with four hands. In each hand there will be Shankha, Chakra, Gada, and Padma, that's lotus flower. And on his chest will be Srivatsa Anka, the sign of Srivatsa. And his color will be Ghanshyamam. His color will be dark bluish color. And he will be wearing Vanmalinam. He is wearing the flower garland. And he will be Purusha. He is a male personality. So that, and now one question may come that, oh, how come you are worshipping to the supreme personality of Godhead for material benefit, like the kingdom? And that's in line with, there's nothing wrong in that. We have seen that it is described in the second canto that akama sarva kamoa moksha kama udarade tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. Whatever kind of desire one have, um, you know you may not have a desire, you may have desire for liberation or sarva kama, or you can have any kind of material desire. You can approach Purusham Param. You know, how? With Tibrena Bhakti Yogina, with great Bhakti Yoga intensity. Right? And what happens with that? Your heart gets cleansed. You know, we will learn about this further down in this chapter, that Dhruva Maharaj will get what he is asking for, but he will feel very bad that how come I have this opportunity to get the diamonds and I was asking for broken glass pieces. That's what happens when we are, even if we have some desire and we go and then ask for that from Supreme Personality of Godhead, he can give, and he can give with heart cleansed. We see that time and again this example comes in. For example, uh, when when Bibhishan comes to uh, Lord Ramchandraji, no? uh, Lord Ramchandraji is saying that Yadapitat tav iksha nahi mor daras amog jag mahi. Oh dear friend Vibhishan, I know that you don't have any desire in your heart, but more daras amog jag mahi. But my darshan, my audience is going to fructify. And after that, what does Lord do? No, Tulsidas ji is explaining in Ramcharitmanas. जो संपदा शिव रावण ही दीन दिए दस माथ सोई संपदा विभीषण ही सकुच दीन रघुनाथ. That opulence which was given to Ravan by Lord Shiva, when he offered all his 10 heads, Ravan literally in the worship of Lord Shiva, he chopped his head one after another and offered it to Lord Shiva. And then he got this great opulence of Lanka. And Tulsidas ji is saying that Soi Sampada Bibhishan hi Sakuchi Din Raghunath. And Lord Ramchandra ji is offering that same opulence to Bibhishan, but with hesitation, that am I giving him enough? He has come to see me. Am I giving him enough? So, similarly, we see that, when this desire comes from Mata um, Kashyap Muni's wife, that I want a Indraha son, a son which can kill Indra when the Marutas are, 49 Marutas are born. Even there, Aditi and Diti, yes, so Mata Diti, when she approaches with this desire, um, Kashyap Muni engages her in the worship of Supreme Personality of Godhead. And in that process, her heart gets cleaned. And then Acharyas explained that she asks for Indraha, means the one who can conquer Indra. But there's another meaning of Indraha. That meaning is the follower of Indra. So she gets the sons who are 49 sons named Marutas, who are the followers of Indra. So, um, with this, what I wanted to underline was that you know, we can approach Supreme Personality of Godhead for any kind of desire, and that's the right approach. I'm sorry I went a few minutes over. But, over to you, Madhupati Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Akhilesh Krishnabu. I'd like to wish everybody a safe and Krishna conscious day and weekend ahead. Weekend filled with festivities. Today is Ekadasi, minimally fasting from rains and bills and increasing our Krishna consciousness. This is the Ekadasi of the month of Kartik. Very special Ekadasi called the Rama Ekadasi. Lord Ramachandra coronation happens on Deepavali day. So this is Rama Ekadasi. Okay. The Parna time tomorrow is 7:11 to 10:51 a.m. Tomorrow and day after, the weekend, 18th and 19th. Just like at our home, we prepare our home for Diwali. In fact, the Diwali celebration starts from tomorrow. The Dwadasi, Vagbaras or Dhanteras is tomorrow. The Kali Chaudas is on Sunday. Deepavali is on Monday. We will be celebrating it on Sunday. But actually, Deepavali Lakshmi Puja is on Monday. And Govardhan Puja actual day is on 22nd. We'll be celebrating it on 26th. But very festive days. And as at home we clean and get ready, we will have a cleaning spree this weekend at the temple so that our temple is completely neat and what is it called? Neat and span. And ready for receiving guests on the weekend and on these festival days of Deepavali, Govardhan Puja. Yeah. Are there any questions, logistic questions? Okay. So please come tomorrow for the cleaning. And we'd like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Nrsimha, Jai Nrsimha, Jai Jai Nrsimha, Praladesha, Jaya Padmamukha Padmablinga Mugravira Mahavishnu Nrsimham Vishnam Vedram Nityam Nityam Navamyam Nrsimha Bhagavana Ki Jai Prahlada Maharaj Ki Jai. Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas, Patitanam Pavanebhayo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Ki Jai. Granth Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Ekadasi Kirtan, which happens on Ekadasi, will be on Zoom as part of the Gita study from 7 to 8. Is that right, Jayaprakash Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, and then at 8:30, 8:35, we will have Damodarashtakam in the temple. So we encourage you to take advantage of lighting candles at the temple or at least at your home on this Deepavali day. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. There will be just Kirtan or Bhagavad Gita class also.
The Kirtan will be part of the Ekadasi of the Gita study.
Okay. Okay,
Prabhuji. Kirtan is chanting the holy name of the Lord or chanting the slokas of Bhagavad Gita is also Kirtan.
Yeah.
And listening to Gita study is also Kirtan in one sense.
Yeah.
Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam. Is that okay, Mother?
Yeah, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Anything else? Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. Hare
Thank you.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, everyone. Shubha Ekadashi to everyone. Hare